All right. Welcome back to Moonvale episode 2. In the last video, we talked to Eric and got our asses kicked in the mini games. However, we talked to Eric and something strange started happening in the hut of Whitmore. Alarms started going off. Somebody triggered something, and then Whitmore went outside to investigate and took his rifle, and then we heard a loud shot, and then Whitmore came back in and then kicked Eric out of the house. We also talked to Unknown. Now, Unknown was telling us again that Whitmore is dangerous, that instead of trusting the stranger that is Whitmore, we should trust the stranger that is Unknown. So who do we trust? I did not a damn clue. But seeing how we got kicked out of Whitmore's house, I guess there's really only one option left, and that's Unknown, to help us try to get out of Darkrise Forest, but to hopefully maybe help us find Adam too. Like our objective went from trying to save Adam to just survival and getting out of the forest. But once we get out of the forest, then we're back to square one with trying to figure out where the hell Adam is. And everyone's acting super suspicious. Charlie, Whitmore, Unknown. The only one that's not really suspicious is Violet, and that's because she doesn't say anything at all, which you could say is suspicious. So maybe Violet is suspicious too. Maybe Ash is the only one that's actually trying to help. Ash and Eric are the only ones that are actively trying to help and actually try to find Adam. Everyone else seems like they're trying to stall or keep us from getting where we need to go or from finding what we need to find. I don't know. There's really only one way to find out, and that's by continuing in the story. We're getting ready to talk to Eric. Eric just got kicked out of the house. Like that was the very last thing we saw in the last video. Eric getting kicked out by Whitmore. So Eric says, please tell me you heard all of that. Yeah, I heard every single word, Eric. The connection was stable. The call never cut out, thankfully. Yeah, it was good. It was a good, stable, never cut out call. We heard everything. I don't even know what to say. Neither do I, Eric. I mean, I'm not sure what to think about all of it either. I mean, apart from how crazy that was, right? But what's gotten into Whitmore? Like, why did Whitmore come back in and just kick Eric out? Like, he had to have thought that Eric did something. No idea he was like a completely different person. The alarm, the card in his fireplace. That's right. There was the black envelope in his fireplace. And Eric said that he knows what the envelope said on the inside, but he didn't tell us. So hopefully Eric will tell us what it said on the inside. And then the shot, right? Like, who'd he shoot at? This is more than just crazy, Eric. There was no way Whitmore would have explained any of that to you. There's a shot. Yeah, we definitely heard a shot. There's definitely no way Whitmore was going to explain it. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm not entirely too sure how much Whitmore was telling us the truth anyways. You think he shot that stranger? He might maybe add it. The one you're talking about? Maybe Adam. At the stranger. I have no idea. Who knows? We don't know if he was shooting at an animal, maybe a bear, or if he was shooting at Unknown. No idea. No clue. Whatever happened, I haven't come across him yet. He hasn't messaged me again either. Honestly, that's a relief. Let's hope it stays. He hasn't messaged me either. It's coming down in buckets. And my flashlight is still at Whitmore's. Oh, you better go back and get that flashlight. Like, look, you kicked me out. That's fine. I'll leave, but I need my stuff. I don't believe this, any of it. I'm just glad you got out of the hut in one piece. How's your leg? Where even are you right now? Where even are you right now? He's like, I don't know. somewhere in the forest. Still close to the hut, but I've put a bit of distance between myself and Whitmore already. Group chat. What's this group chat? Oh, it's all of us. Charlie says, so what's up? Have you set off yet? Is it dawn? Is it already dawn? More or less. I wonder if Eric's going to become clean about what was happening in the hut. You never believe what happened. I don't even know where to begin. Oh, Charlie, you're here. Good. I mean, is it good? I mean, do I want to be the one to start off like what happened? I don't know. Look, Charlie, you're never gonna believe what happened. I'm gonna tell him anyways. Unless Eric doesn't want me to. Apparently, our dear Mr. Whitmore isn't as innocent as he led Eric to believe. Eric is on his own. Whitmore won't escort him after all. I'm gonna go in that route. Maybe I won't necessarily say that Whitmore was evil, because we don't want to give Charlie the benefit of the doubt and give Charlie the credit of knowing that Whitmore was bad. He went completely nuts. I honestly thought he was going to attack Eric any second. Let's say his hospitality reached its limits. Yeah, let's just keep it vague. And then Eric says, Whitmore threw me out. Seriously? Now Ash is online. And there was an insanely loud alarm before that. He must have shot something in the woods, and Eric made a surprising discovery in the fireplace. Let's mention that. That's more important. Maybe Eric will tell us what he found. Could we maybe postpone the in-depth explanation? First and foremost, I have to get out of this forest. You're right, there's our number one priority. Are you even physically able to? I think we can all agree on that. Are you even physically able to? Like, how's the leg doing? Did that miracle tablet that Whitmore gave you instantly heal your leg? Charlie, he could speak for himself. Charlie says, no, he isn't. Eric, I'm coming to get you. You really think that's necessary? I was just about to suggest that. Yes, Charlie, good idea. Do you really think that's necessary, Charlie? I don't think that's necessary. I think you should let Eric speak for himself. You bet I do. Violet's online. Nonsense, I can manage on my own. See, Eric's good. He's fine. I just need a moment. By the way, he forgot his flashlight in Whitmore's hut. Sure, take your time. Just for a change, I'm not going to get involved. Look, take your time, Eric. You don't want to be setting out when it's too dark anyways. You don't have your flashlight. You got to wait for the light to shine a little bit. There's a path here that leads straight to the fence. Whitmore told me about it earlier. It sounded like I should be by the cars in under an hour. Yeah, and then what? You think you're going to drive to town with that leg? If he can walk to the fence, he could drive. I don't see how driving is harder than walking. Not a chance. Forget it. I'm coming to get you. Stop. You know what, Charlie? Stop damn whining. He's fine. Even Ash agrees that you're like, yeah, seriously. Stop whining, Charlie. Eric's okay. Or wait, did I tell Eric to stop whining? I feel like that was supposed to go to Charlie, but maybe Eric took offense. Sorry, Eric. I didn't mean to send it to you. I thought I was talking to Charlie. So Eric says, fine, I'll send my location. My phone should be charged enough to do that now, and then we'll meet at the fence. I'll be at Darkrise quicker than you can say, well, Darkrise. It looks like Charlie went offline. We should have done this ages ago. I wonder who's doing whom a favor here. I think we're doing Charlie a favor for letting him go. Are you sure it's not far anymore, Eric? Yes. And Violet is offline. No, Charlie's back online. V, who's opening a shop today? Probably you, Violet. Today is Thursday, so that's Trish. Who's Trish? Oh, maybe Charlie has to call out. Okay, but you've got a key too. We'll come straight to the diner then. Is that possible? Yes, of course. Awesome. See you later then. Oh, and if anything happens, call me immediately. I can't read your messages when I'm driving. We'll do that and put your phone on loud. Whatever, Charlie. We'll do that. It'll be fine. Okay then. See you later. And Charlie's back offline. Violet says bye. Violet's offline. And Eric says, well then. I'd best start walking. Be careful, Eric. Okay? I will be. See you later. And Eric's offline. I wonder if now we'll be able to talk to Unknown. Nope. Talk to Ash. Ash says, hey, just one last thing. Better make it quick, Ash. Go ahead. I've got time. Got all the time in the world, Ash. I have no idea what's going on earlier. Or what was going on earlier. But it's good that you were with him. Of course, that's no problem. Didn't really do much. He'd have done the same for... Look, of course, no problem at all. It's my pleasure, ultimately. Not for everyone. Suppose you're right. Well, you know, I'm not everyone. I'm tongue-tied. I'm not just everyone. I'm pretty special. I might say so myself. Oh, and another thing. Maps. Becky's Diner on the maps. There it is. Perfect. This is the diner they'll be all headed to after. Are you there a lot? That's where Violet works? Looks nice. Is that where Violet works? Yeah. Figured. I thought maybe you'd come too. Of course, I'll meet you there. No problem. I'm sure they'd be delighted. Ash is now offline. Are we talking to Nemos? Is Nemos online? No. Unsent messages detected. Yeah. Nemos is online. I got a question. This was pointed out to me. Is it Nemos or Nimos? Because if you think of Nimos, it was pointed out to me that Nimos is just a shorter version of Anonymous. So Nimbus would be part of Anonymous, but to me it sounds like Nemos. And I understand that Anonymous is not anonymous, like Anonymous, but it's anonymous. But when it's shortened like that, I feel like it's Nemos. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know if you think it's Nemos or Nimos in the comments below. So we got Nemos. I'm going to keep saying it Nemos. I'm probably saying it wrong, but you know what? I don't care. I'm probably right. As a matter of fact, I'm probably the only one that is right, and everyone else is wrong. That's probably what it actually is. Anyways, Uh, we got damn Thomas. Thomas reaching out to us. You've been friends with this person for longer to see their full profile. I've been friends with him for a very long time. I don't know why I can't just see his profile. But hey, Tongue Tied, our messages aren't going through somehow. It's probably just the messenger. Maybe they've got technical issues or something. So, no idea when these messages are going to reach you. But Lily said I should send them anyways. But that's not the point. Sorry. I'm a mess. I have to tell you something. It was Richie. It was him. All of it. He kidnapped Hannah. Damn. Richie. I just don't believe it. Apparently, he called Jesse, said he's in the mine, and really that's all we know so far. Cleo and Lily are with her and are trying to calm her down, but I think she's had some sort of nervous breakdown. Well, the nervous breakdown that Jesse's experiencing right now is not because of anything that happened with Richie and what Richie did. It's actually because, you know, me and Jesse had a thing, and then you know, our thing ended in Duskwood, and then I moved on to Moonvale, and I kind of left. I left Jesse, and so now Jesse's heartbroken. That's why Jesse's so upset. It has nothing to do with Richie. It's all because of Tongue Tied. I hope she can calm down, and then she might be able to tell us more. No idea what happens next. We need to get back to Duskwood, but how are we supposed to do that without our cars? I really hope this messenger starts working again soon. End of message. So it's not like we really got to talk to Thomas. We're just seeing messages that Thomas had previously sent. And we are back to collecting some stars in the minigame. So this wasn't a very long video, so I'm going to do my best to collect these three stars. Hopefully I don't run out of lives doing it. And then we'll continue back in the story here in a second. All right, so that set of minigame puzzles was a bit easier. I actually only lost 1 heart and was able to beat those and collect those 3 stars pretty easily. So let's go ahead and get back into the group chat. We have Charlie says mission status success. He's made it to the diner alive and in one piece. Oh, interesting. So that whole thing just all happened within, you know, the time frame it took me to do the puzzles. So Eric made it to the fence. Charlie picked him up, and now they're at the diner. Easy peasy, simple. Well done, Charlie. Great. Thanks for letting me know. You know, well done, Charlie. Stop it, you. So I think we can finally relax a little. But again, now we're at square one yet again. Where the hell is Adam? Like nobody knows. Nobody has any idea where Adam is or what happened to him. We're back to square one. Violet is making enough coffee to drench all of Red Log, and Eric's in the back washing his face in the sink. Although, after last night, I think we might need a hose pipe. Hose pipe? I think he might need a hose pipe. And a hose pipe for the coffee, too? Is that what you call a hose? Just a hose pipe? It's not just a hose? Who calls hoses hose pipes? Damn hose pipe. Is it that bad? How is he? I don't even know how long he's been awake now. How is he doing? In your best judgment there, Charlie. According to him, he's great. But, you know. What a night. I'm glad you went and got him. It was just definitely an interesting night. What a night. Anyway, he'll be online soon, and then we will finally talk. I'm dying to hear what he's got to tell us, honestly. Yeah, I thought you'd be. Didn't he tell you anything while you were driving? Doesn't he want to get a friend? Yeah, didn't he say anything to you while he was driving? You would think he would. You'd think he'd tell you all about it. Nope. It's a little suspicious. Maybe Eric is suspicious of Charlie. That's why he wouldn't tell him anything. He didn't tell me jack. Okay, I'm just gonna help Violet carry some stuff. Oh, and Eric says he can only talk about everything if you're there too. Of course, because I got to back up Eric. I got to tell everybody, look, this is what happened. This is the truth, whether you like it or not. So don't run away or anything. And now Ash is online as well. Sure thing, I wasn't planning to. Tell him to look, I wasn't planning to. Wasn't planning on running off. Violet's online. It's about what Eric wants to tell us. I don't know. Ask Eric. I guess, look, we're just here to talk to Eric once he gets out of the bathroom from washing his face with a hose pipe. But everything went okay, according to Eric. According to Charlie, they're all in the diner for a change. Yeah, according to Charlie, they're all at the diner. Eric wants to talk to all of us. There's the others are going to be here soon. Violet is just making a call. Eric wants to talk to all of us. Right. Okay. Hey Ash, how long have Charlie and Adam known each other? We're asking this in the group chat. Why don't we just ask Charlie? Violet's been pretty quiet. I mean, we already know Violet's a quiet person. Doesn't do much to the conversations. Doesn't engage very much. Just a silent viewer. Just a background viewer. Just a silent viewer. That Violet. But why are we asking Ash this question in the group chat that also has Charlie? How long have Charlie and Adam known each other? Woo! They're childhood friends as far as I know. But I think it's best if you just ask them yourself. Right, why are we asking Ash when we're in the group chat with Charlie? Sure, I'll do that. Oh, that's all I wanted to know, really. Look, yeah, I'll do that. I'll ask Charlie about Adam. I mean, Adam, or not Adam, but Charlie is away at the moment, so I guess we couldn't necessarily ask Charlie. But, like, why? I mean, we could have just waited. I don't know. But Eric's online, says hey. Hey yourself, Eric. Welcome back to the land of the living. Yeah, hey yourself. I think last night was probably the longest night of my life. Are you guys okay? Yeah, everything went smoothly. Charlie and I got to the fence at pretty much the same time. Welcome back, Charlie. Thanks. Got a question for you, Charlie. How long have you known Adam for? He'll say the same thing since they're childhood friends. Okay, then. Looks like that's all of us. Have you got a few minutes, Tongue Tied? Of course I do, Eric. We have to talk about last night. Of course. Let's do it. Excellent. Okay, then. Stop stalling, Eric, and just talk about it. So, like, where do I begin? As you know, I wanted to get some rest in that hut before going back. I had so much on my mind that I couldn't sleep. At some point, I guess I must have dozed off anyway. But then this ear-splittingly loud alarm went off out of nowhere. And Charles says, what do you mean? It's exactly what he said, Charlie. Eric said there was a loud alarm that just went off out of nowhere. What alarm? The alarm. I mean, have you guys ever heard of a fire alarm go off? It's exactly it. Like it's what it sounded like. It sounded like an emergency service alarm. Of course, back when I was at school, I mean, they used to test them at least once a year. Okay, well then you know what we're talking about. Yeah, well, that was just to make sure they worked in case there was a real emergency. Whatever. Carry on with our story. Well, my ears were ringing for a while afterwards. I dropped my phone. I got so scared. Look, it was pretty intense. I did not drop my phone, though. I did not get scared. Didn't drop my phone, didn't get scared. When it went off, Whitmore jumped up and ran out quick as lightning. Without any explanation, he told Eric not to leave the house, whatever he did, and don't forget he took his rifle because he's a hunter, according to Charlie, and that's a bad thing, I guess. Did you find out who set off the alarm? Nope. We have suspicions. We think it was somebody named Unknown. That's all we know. Last night there was someone in Darkrise. He sent Tongue Tied a message and probably also set off the alarm. As you've probably guessed, he followed Eric to the hut. I think you can lose the probably completely on purpose. But yeah, completely on purpose, he set off the alarm. There's not a lot to say about him, really. I'm not sure what to make of him yet. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to make of him yet. He goes by Unknown. He hasn't really introduced himself yet. We don't know if he's good or bad. I have no idea. Apparently, he wanted to help me. Right. What with? Getting out of Whitmore's hut and getting out of Darkrise. But Eric has no idea. He spoke to Tongue Tied, not to me. I don't think he has Eric's number. He had confused me for Eric the whole time. No idea why or how that happened. He thought I was in the hut, not Eric. He probably never saw Eric properly. I don't know why or how that happened, why he got us confused, but he definitely has me and Eric confused. So that's why you were able to warn Eric. Correct? Who? Tongue Tied. I warned Eric when Whitmore was walking around with a torch. Yeah, I warned Eric about Whitmore last night. Charlie has no idea what's going on. Charlie is just absolutely lost. I was here before you got here, and because I didn't know what to do, I read through our chat again. I didn't really catch all of it yesterday, but when Eric found the cave, Tongue Tied warned him of something in the woods. Really, Tongue Tied? You did that? Yeah, I did that, Charlie. Yeah, I did. I warned him of Whitmore exactly because this unknown person warned me. Yeah, it's exactly what happened. Because Unknown thought I was Eric and warned me about Whitmore, so then I warned Eric, the real Eric, about Whitmore. You're right. I didn't really think about that yesterday. And I haven't had the chance to explain it to you yet. Well, things got a bit hectic last night. I forgot to until you brought it up. Things got a little bit hectic last night. Didn't really have a chance to tell you about Unknown. So he wanted to make sure we'd never run into Whitmore in the first place. So he really just wanted to help us. I'm not sure. That's what it seemed like. That's what it seems like. But we still don't know like how dangerous or how, how unsafe Whitmore is. We really don't know. Wait a second. Someone's calling me. Someone's calling Eric? No problem. Can't you just hang up on them? Unknown call. Is it an unknown caller? Yep. Might be something about Adam though. I should answer. And yeah, it's probably it probably is unknown. Charlie says, fine. You want to hear my opinion? Not really, Charlie. Ash says no. Just straight up no. Tongue tied? I kind of want to hear what Charlie says. It's only, I mean, the more he talks, the more sus he gets, so we should just let him talk. Is there anything else you could tell us about this stranger? Which one? No, Ash, I'm afraid there isn't. Yeah, let me just think. I have an even better idea. But you're probably wrong, Charlie. You didn't even talk to Unknown. You just give me his number, and I'll listen to what he's got to say. I can't. It was an anonymous call. I don't have his name, nor do I have his number. I don't have his name nor his number. If I had the number, I'd have already given it to you. Sorry. I probably wouldn't have given it to Charlie. I guess that would have been too easy. So, what were you about to tell us, Tongue Tied? He was very rude. He knew my name. Well, he knew Eric's name, I guess, technically. But he wouldn't tell me where he got it from. I thought that was strange, even though I definitely didn't. Even though I definitely didn't tell him. He tried to call me. He was only pretending to be in Darkrise. He might have actually been in Darkrise, but he tried to call me, but I didn't pick up. But he didn't say anything, but he hung up immediately. I don't remember doing any of that. It might have been in episode 1. But if he called me, I would have definitely picked up. But I think maybe he didn't say anything. What else could I tell you? His profile picture is just a silhouette. He kept using inappropriate emojis. Yeah, his profile picture is just a silhouette. Kind of like Charlie. He asked me a lot of questions. I don't think he's from Red Log. He didn't mention Adam once. He did ask him. I think he asked a bunch of questions. I really don't remember. I'm just randomly picking stuff at this point that sound good. And did you notice anything strange about him? Any quirks? Quirks? Did he maybe use a certain word a lot? Or make any significant spelling errors? Not that I noticed. There's lots of typos in his messages. No, nothing like that. I don't think I'd ever notice anything like that. I don't remember noticing anything like that. I don't remember noticing any spelling errors either. There's not really anything else I could tell you about him. Do you think you might know this guy? Ash? Charlie knows him. Charlie knows exactly who it is, apparently. Impossible to say. We haven't gotten enough information to go on. Eric's back online. What did unknown caller say, Eric? Who was it? Bucket? Who's Bucket? I remember the name Bucket, but who the hell is Bucket? Brian Bucket? He wants me to go to the station. Oh, Officer Bucket. What for? What all of a sudden did something happen? This Officer Bucket? Why does he need to go to the station? It's about my statement. Didn't I tell you? Now, do I remember correctly? Did they say that Officer Bucket is like a alcoholic or something like that? Or he used to be, or maybe still is? Isn't that exactly what I said yesterday? Because Now he's finally woken up from his drunken stupor, and he's starting to wonder what he was up to last night. Yep, he is drunk. And he was drunk when he got the statements. And then he had no idea what happened, but he had this piece of paper sitting in front of him going, I talked to Eric and Charlie and got statements. And then he has no idea what any of it said because it's probably all just gibberish because he couldn't write because he was drunk. Looks like you're right, yeah, but I didn't want to believe you. We'll see. Looks like you might have been a little right about that, Charlie. Fine. Off to the station, I guess. In a minute. I want to show you something first. Is it the note that you found in a fire? Are you going to show Tongue Tied in me? Eric is just taking a picture. Ah. What? The liar. This was inside the black envelope in Whitmore's. The tarot card. And Whitmore got the liar. I don't even remember what our tarot card is. And you know what? We can't even look back on our pictures. Like it's not we don't even have our pictures anymore. So it's like we can't even look back. And if this was like a reality type game, you know, our smartphones that we're using to communicate and talk and do all this investigation stuff, yet we can't access any of our pictures or videos, we would have been able to with actual phones. So it's kind of you know, taking the reality out of it. Another one of those cards. Yes, I got it from Whitmore's house, or rather from his fireplace. So that's it. Can't believe he had one of them too. So he definitely wanted to burn it. Looks just like mine. Like I don't even remember what our tarot card was. I have no idea. He was definitely trying to set it on fire, that's for sure. I think so too. Adam had one of these cards in his car, in a black envelope addressed to Tongue Tied. A few hours later, I find this at Whitmore's, half burned in his fireplace. I still don't remember what ours was. This can't be a coincidence. No way it is, but then what is it? Whitmore definitely knows more than he had wants to admit. Yeah, I think that's true. Whitmore definitely knows more than he wants to admit. Definitely. Even Charlie agrees. Eric says, I'm going to show all of this to Bucket. Is that the best idea, though? Because it went so well yesterday? No, that's not the reason why. Because today, we know a lot more than we did yesterday. And what exactly are you hoping for? I agree, and yet it won't go much different today. And what exactly are you hoping for, though, Eric? After showing that to Bucket, what do you think? You think Bucket's gonna help? His help? I don't know. I don't know if Bucket's gonna help or not. I have to go to the station anyway. Might as well just tell him. But do you think he's gonna help? You might want him to help, but I don't know if he's gonna help. Violet doesn't think it's a good idea either. Oh no, wait, no. Violet thinks it is a good idea. This is the first time Violet's actually inputted any of her opinion in this, but says, yes, Eric, I think that's a good idea. If Bucket hears the whole story, I'm sure he'll help us. Maybe, maybe not. You do realize the video I recorded as evidence is unsalvageable. Besides, he should be sober again by now. Yes, or he might give it to some other police officer. I mean, he should be sober by now, so he'll probably be more cognitive, be able to understand it a little bit better. That shouldn't take long to remedy. Bucket's too sober. He's going to start drinking right away. You know, Bucket has so many more resources than we do. I'd already be happy if he went into the forest instead of us. Yeah. He could send search parties to Darkrise. That's very true. Search parties to try to find Adam. That would probably be pretty helpful. Damn search party of Darkrise. They would 100% find Whitmore. Charlie says, "Are you sure we've thought this through?" We haven't exactly got tons of physical evidence, and our story sounds like we just made it up. Regardless whether we have physical evidence or not, we still have a missing person. Now, granted, I think they say that before they do anything, the missing person has to be gone for 3 days, but you never know. In a small town like this, a missing person could be, more important in a day or two rather than 3 days, just because it might not happen very often. And small, quiet towns like that, they probably take things like that a little bit more seriously, and they probably jump to that rather than waiting for it. They probably get out there and start searching. Possible. I don't know. I have no idea. Charlie says, we haven't got tons of physical evidence. Our story sounds like we just made it up, especially to someone who's completely sober. It's still worth a try, so you think Eric should keep all of this to himself? You're acting like we've got something to lose. I mean, look, it's still worth a try, Charlie. And why would we be hiding this? Like, there's no reason to hide it from Bucket or the police. Like, we didn't do anything wrong. We just need somebody to help us. Somebody with resources, Charlie. Violet says, yes, exactly. If we don't do this, I just feel like we didn't do the right thing. And I'm sure you'd feel the same way, Charlie. I mean, why not use every avenue to our advantage? Yeah, okay, fine. Be my guest, but let me drive Eric home first. Then we can walk to the station in peace. Why not just drive to the station? What's he supposed to do at home? Take a shower and get changed? All right, fair. That's a fair point, Charlie. There's no time for that. Bucket told me to come immediately. All right. Stinky bad Eric heading straight to the police station. Dude, seriously? You look like the last survivor of some low-budget horror flick. Part 3. By the way, Bucket will be able to see how serious it is. Seriously, Bucket can wait. At least that way Eric will make an impression. Yeah, I mean, this would show Bucket how serious it is. Like, if Eric shows up like he had just been out in the woods all night looking for Adam, like, obviously that shows that gives an impression like, hey, something's really wrong here and we need to take this seriously. Yeah, but it may be just a little bit over dramatic. Fine. Violet says, but guys? Trish is going to be here in 15 minutes to open a shop, and then the first customers will start coming in. What do you want me to tell them? About Adam, I mean. You're right. I hadn't thought about that. Tell him we don't know where Adam is. I think I'm not the right person to answer that question. Oh, I'm answering the question regardless. I think we should stick with the truth. It wouldn't be wise letting other people in on this. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to tell them everything that's going on, but you obviously just be like, hey, we don't know where Adam is. You know, we haven't heard from him. That's not a lie. But we don't have to sit there and say like he went missing in Darkrise Forest. Not to customers. Charlie is just doing everything against me. Charlie is anything I want to do, Charlie is against it. He does the opposite, or he wants to do the opposite. So why not? Why not just tell them everything? It just leads to more questions because it's nobody else's business. It just doesn't feel right. I mean, ultimately, it's nobody else's business. And what if telling a bunch of other people makes things harder for us to figure out? More people know, then, maybe they do things and mess up our investigation. It's not none of their damn businesses. That's why, Charlie. Me and Charlie are not getting along. But just think, we might come across some new information that way. Let's keep it to ourselves for now, says Eric. See, me and Eric agree. At least until I've spoken to Bucket. He'll tell us what to do and what not to do. You're right, that's a good idea. Well, he should know what to do in a situation like this, at least. I really hope Bucket is still sober. Look, it's a good idea. It's a good idea. That's what we'll do, Eric. Okay, then. I'll get the car. And Charlie is offline. And I'll let you know as soon as I'm out of the station. Eric's offline. See you later. And Violet's going to be offline. Bye-bye. Adios. And Ash is offline. And we're back to doing some more puzzles. So, interesting. Eric is out of the woods now. We are away from Whitmore. We're probably not really that far away from Unknown. Unknown is probably pretty close by. We're not sure. We don't really know. We haven't heard from Unknown in a while. Charlie seems to be doing his best to try to do the exact opposite of what we're trying to do. But maybe that's just Charlie's personality. I don't know. I don't know if Charlie is sus or if he's just quirky like that. Ash seems to be more in line logically with everything that's going on. Violet, again, is still... This is like the first time that she's given any form of opinion. Violet's just chilling in the background. Chilling, just listening and taking it all in, But it's good to see that Eric is ultimately safe. Eric took those tablets and it doesn't seem like anything immediate has happened to him. So I don't know. I don't know if those tablets were going to be good or bad, or maybe they were just sugar pills and they had no effect. They're damn placebos. No clue. But our Eric took those pills. As far as I know, nobody else had given Eric those pills. So we'll see how that plays out. I don't know. It doesn't seem like Eric is having any side effects. It doesn't seem like he's feeling any differently. And it's been a couple hours since he's taken those pills. So if those were something bad, if they were some type of harmful drug, he would have definitely felt it by now. 100%. So really don't know. No idea. But I hope you guys are enjoying Moonvale as much as I am. And if you are, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and join the Tether if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below. Most importantly, share Tongue Tied Games. As always, thanks for watching. Love you all. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.